electronic industry in total is quite fragmented. So you have industry electronics that goes mainly in machines. You have electronics that go into vehicles, but you have also consumer electronic. And the basis of all of that is the semiconductor industry. So you have PCBs, so printed circuit boards, and ICs, integrated circuit boards. And they are the main contributors in many electronic products to the product carbon footprint. But the manufacturing of these, when you're down the supply chain, is quite a black box. So if you are a consumer electronic producer and you are mainly assembling, you're buying these chips somewhere and you don't know a lot about this production. And if the semiconductor industry, so those that are making the PCBs and ICs, are not providing the information on the product carbon footprint and are providing that in a transparent and aligned way, all the downstream industries, automotive, consumer electronics, industry electronics, machine makers, they have all the same problem. They don't know exactly what have been the calculation rules for that. And so there is not such an industry standard at the moment. And it's also, to my understanding, no specific industry standard cradle to gate being developed. What is there? And so electronic industry has quite a track record in doing life cycle assessments. And there is ISO standards, so International Standard Organization, and also IEC. So we have ISO and IEC standards that are showing product category rules for electric and electronic components. And just to remember, a product category rule is basing on, basically is referring to a life cycle assessment and setting the goal and scope, the data to be used, the impact categories to be worked with, the system boundaries. So they're giving rules on that to make electronic products and electric products more comparable. And based on these product category rules, either industries together, different organizations, can become a program holder and say, we want to make now a product-specific rule for computer mice, or a product-specific rule for keyboards, or a product-specific rule for a camera or a microphone, or for something that goes into a car, like the displays, for example. And so based on these product category rules, product-specific rules can be defined. As of today, they are mostly defined internally. So there are many of these are defined internally. So organizations say, okay, we have a product category rule that gives us a good basis. Now we define a product-specific rule and say all our products in that product category systematically are following that product-specific rule. And that makes all verification or critical review that is based on that much easier, because then you can tell the reviewer or the verifier, this is the product category rule and publicly available ISO standard. This is the product-specific rule we have, based on that, we have developed. And these are the 10, 20, or 200 products in that category that we have been calculating based on that product-specific standard. So that makes life for reviewers and for verifiers much easier if you have such a implementation, and also for those that are using this information publicly or internally.